Hey there, how are you all today? So today I'm going to discuss one of the very important topic in chemistry, and many people have a fear of balancing the chemical equation. And if you are bit good at maths, I guarantee you that I'll be helping you out in all possible ways, and you will be definitely able to solve any kind of a large or small chemical equation to be balanced. So this is called an algebraic method, and it's a short method, and you will definitely get 100% correct answer, but it's a bit lengthy method. So guys, what happens is sometimes we have two or more than two reactants, or sometimes two or more than two products as well. At that times the trial and error method doesn't work. Trial and error method basically works for very small chemical equations like two products and two reactants, or one reactant or two products, something like that. But if you have many products or many reactants, more than two, then the trial and error method is not accurate, because what happens is if you try to balance one element, you actually create an imbalance in the other element. So now let's try to understand what are the steps. So this is called an algebraic method. So step number one, you assign a letter in front of all of these reactants and products. So here I am going to write A, B, C, D, E. Make sure that you are writing the letters in proper sequence. A, B, C, D, E. Now start from here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 elements in the reactant side, and same 4 number of elements would be there in the product side too. So the first reactant is copper, second reactant is hydrogen. Make sure you just write down the symbols of all the elements. Then you have sulfur, and then you have oxygen, correct? Now I'm going to write down the reactant and product over here. Now if you don't find any number at the bottom over here, that means it is 1. Here 1, here 1, again 1, again over here 1, and sulfur 1. That means over here you have 1 atom of copper, 1 atom of sulfur, and 4 atoms of oxygen, correct? Now how many atoms of copper do you have on the reactant side? So you are supposed to multiply these two numbers, A into 1, so it is A, correct? Then on the product side, how many copper atoms do you see here? None over here. Here 1 into C, so C, correct? Now let's try to go for the hydrogen over here. Hydrogen is 2 into B, so that is 2B. On this side no hydrogen here and here, so it is 2D. 2 multiplied by D is 2D. Sulfur atoms over here, 1 into B, so 1B. On this side sulfur I have 1 into C, no sulfur atoms over here, but 1 into C. So total number of sulfur atoms over here is C into 1 plus E into 1. So it is C plus E, correct? Once again I will tell you, here the number of atoms of sulfur are C into 1 and E into 1. So the total number is C into 1 plus E into 1, so that is C plus E. Now finally oxygen. So we have 4 oxygen atoms over here, so 4 into B is 4B. On this side 4 into C, that is 4C, plus 1 into D, that is D, plus 2 into E, that is 2E. Next step, the number of reactants and the atoms of reactants and the products are always equal while balancing. So after you balance it, this is the step. You need to make all of these atoms on this side and this side equal. So this one. Okay, fine. Now search for a letter which is coming in mostly all the equations. This is your first equation, second equation, third and fourth one. So out of 4 equations I can find C coming over here, here and here 3 times. Then you have B coming over here, here and here 3 times. Correct? Now out of B and C, or any letter, any alphabet which is coming maximum times in the equation, you highlight that one. So here what I am going to do is I am going to consider B as 1. So B is the one which I am going to select, I am going to consider as 1. Once again, you are supposed to select an alphabet which appears in maximum number of times in all the equations, and that alphabet you can select that as 1. It's not compulsory, you can also select this as 2, 3, 4, it's up to you. Correct? Even you can select C as 1, then also you will be getting the answer. So B is 1. So as per this, 2 and 2 getting cancelled from both sides. So B is equal to D. So if B is 1, then D is also 1. So out of all these A, B, C, D, E, I have found the values of B and D. Correct? So I am going to substitute the value over here in equation number 3. So B is 1. So this equation turns into 1 is equal to C plus E. And over here 4 into 1 as B is 1. So this is 4 ones are 4. So this equation is 4 is equal to 4C plus D is again 1 plus 2E. Correct? So I have the first equation as C plus E is equal to 1, and then I have 4C plus 2E is equal to this 1 goes over that side, so 4 minus 1 is 3. Now I am supposed to solve this equation in 2 variable, right? So what am I going to do is I am going to multiply this above equation by 2, and then I am going to subtract it, so 2e gets cancelled. So basically if I multiply both sides by 2, then this equation reduces to 2c plus 2e, that is equal to 2, and then 4c plus 2e is equal to 3. Now I am going to change their signs. So this is plus becomes minus, 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 getting cancelled. 2c minus 4c is minus 2c is equal to 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Again from here I get c as half. Guys, if you get the answer with negative sign, somewhere you might have made a mistake. Always remember that all these are A, B, C, D, E are supposed to be positive numbers. Correct? So I have found the value of C to be half. Right? Okay. Now see, if I get C as half, I can easily find the value of E from here. So C plus E is 1. That means 1 is equal to half plus E. So again the value of E from here is 1 minus 1 by 2. So again the value of E is half. Right guys? Okay. Now since A and C are equal, so A is also half. So now I have found the values of all. So what am I going to do is I am going to substitute them over here. So this becomes half copper, correct, as the value of A is half. Then B is 1. So this is 1. Then C is half again. D is 1. And finally our E value is also half. Now guys, we know that we don't allow the fractions to be written in the balancing. So what will I do is I want to remove this 2 and 2 from here. So I'm going to multiply this entire equation by 2. So if I multiply this entire equation by 2, then this will be reducing to 1. So finally the 1 copper, I am multiplying all sides by 2, then this becomes 2, 1, 2, 1. And this is my final balanced equation guys, right? Let us check that. So now I have substituted the values in front of the equation. Now just check copper 1. So copper 1, 4 hydrogen. So 2 2s are 4 hydrogen. Then sulfur 1 into 2, 2. So sulfur 1 over here and 1 over here. So 1 plus 1, 2. Oxygen is 2 4s are 8. So 4 here, 2 here and 2 here. So 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2 plus 4, 8. So the equation seems to be balanced guys. So this is called the algebraic method, but you need to be careful over here. While solving the mathematical equations, you need to be a bit careful. Okay, fine. So let us solve another problem related to the same concept. So zinc plus HNO3 gives ZnNO3 whole twice plus NO2 plus H2O. Again, I am going to substitute the variables, I mean the alphabets A, B, C, D, E over here. Now I am going to write down all the elements sequence wise: zinc, then hydrogen, then nitrogen, and then oxygen. Same elements will be found on the other side as well. Now this is reactant side, product side. Now I have one atom of zinc here, 1, 1, 1 here, inside 1, 1 here, 1. So since there is a bracket, you need to be a bit careful. Okay, so 1 into A is A. So there are A atoms of zinc on this side. Now here it is 1 into C, so it is C. Now over here hydrogen is 1 into B, that is B. Here hydrogen is 2 into E, that is 2E. Then here nitrogen is B into 1 is B. Here nitrogen 2 ones are 2 and 2 into C is 2C. So here nitrogen is 2C plus D. Nitrogen is 1 2s are 2, 2C and plus D. Correct guys? Now oxygen is 3 into B, 3B. Now on this side the oxygen is 3 2s are 6, so 6C here plus 2D over here plus 1 into E is E over here. Now all these are equal. Correct guys? Now look for a alphabet that appears in maximum number of equations. So B can be selected, C can also be selected, as C is coming here for 3 times, and if I assume B to be 1, then I'll get the value of E. But if I assume C to be 1, I'll get the value of A. So it is up to you. You can select B as 1, you can select B as 2, you can select E as 1, you can select E as 2. It is up to you guys, right? So what am I going to do is, I am going to select E as 1. So if I select E as 1, it's up to you guys, right? And if I select E as 1, then I'll get the value of B, and substituting the value of B's over here, I can solve some equations, right? So let's try to do that. If you select B as 1, then also it is completely fine. Not at all to worry about guys. So here I am selecting E as 1. Or you can even select B as 2, then also E will be 1. So E as 1, so B will be 2, because B is twice of E. Correct? Now this equation will reduce to B, that is 2. So 2 is equal to 2C plus D. And this equation will be reduced to, now B is 2, so it will be 6, that is equal to 6C plus 2D plus E is 1. Correct? And I want to solve these two equations. So 2C plus D is equal to 2, and 6C plus 2D is equal to, this one will go on that side, so it will be 5. So now I am going to solve these two equations. I am going to multiply this by 2 and finally subtract. So 2, I am going to multiply this side and this side by 2. So this will be 4C plus 2D is equal to 4. 6C plus 2D is equal to 5. Changing their signs, gone. This is minus 2C is equal to minus 1. C is equal to half. So I have got the value of C to be half. If C is half, A is also half. Now which is left? D is supposed to be solved. So I'm going to place the value of C in this equation. Correct? So 2 is equal to 2C. 2 into C is half plus D. So this is 1 and 1 goes over that side. So D is equal to again 1. Right? So we have got the values of all of these, and I am going to substitute it over here. So this is A, and A is half. So this is half. B is 2. C is again half. D is 1. E is also 1. Now guys, as I told you that it is not accepted if we keep them in fractions. So I want to remove this 2 from here. So I'm going to multiply the whole equation by 2. So if I multiply both sides by 2, this will be 2 into half, so 1. This will be 2 into 2, so 4. 2 into half, so it is 1. 2 into 1 is 2. And 1 into 2 is 2. So let me write this equation again. So I have mentioned the final answer over here. Now as you can see that zinc is 1 over here. 1 zinc over here because 1 into 1 is 1. Then 4 hydrogen over here. 4 into 1 is 4. So over here we have 2 into 2, 4 hydrogen balanced. Now 1 into 4 nitrogen. So 4 nitrogen on this side. 2 over here and 1 2s are 2 over here. So 2 plus 2, 4. Nitrogen is also balanced. 4 3s are 12. Now here it is 6. 2 2s are 4. So here it is 6. Here it is 4. And again 2 over here. So again 12 oxygen. So this is completely fine. Our method is working well in all the cases. And sometimes we have a fear of just seeing at very large chemical equations. But now I think you can do this. Let's move on to the third part. Pb3O4 plus HNO3 gives lead 2 nitrate plus lead 4 oxide plus H2O. Correct? So now let's move on. A, B, C, D, E. Now we have lead, then oxygen, then hydrogen, then nitrogen. These are the elements which are found on the reactant sides, and same elements would be in the product side as well. So reactant and products, 3 into A, so it is 3A. No lead over here. Now here nothing is there, that means 1 1 1 1 1 1. Correct. So on this side I have C and D. So D, 1 into D plus 1 into C. So it is C plus D. Correct. Oxygen, it will be 4A plus 3B. 3B plus 4A. On this side, oxygen is 3 2s are 6, 6C. 3 2s are 6, 6C. And then twice of D plus E into 1. So that is E. Correct. Then hydrogen, we have 1 into B, that is B. Here we don't have hydrogen, here we don't have hydrogen, it is 2E. Then I have nitrogen, so it is 1 into B, so that is B. Over here nitrogen is 1 2s are 2, 2C. No nitrogen is over here. Correct. Let me put the is equal to sign over here. Now what I can do is I can select E as 1 or B as 1. It's fine. Try to substitute a value for that variable, that alphabet, which gives you maximum number of solutions. So I know that if I select B, I will be immediately getting E, and E and C will be equal because B is equal to 2E, B is equal to 2C, so E is equal to C. So if I select E, I'll get the value of B, or if I get B, I'll be able to find E and C both. So I'm going to put E as 1, or you can even select B as 2, that's totally fine. So I get the value of B to be 2. Now here 2E is equal to 2C, so E is equal to C, so E is 1, so C is also 1. Now let me put the values over here. 3A is equal to C is 1 plus D. So this equation becomes 3B and B is 2, so it is 6 plus 4A is equal to 6C. So 6C would be 6 plus 2D plus E is again 1. So let me rearrange this equation. 3A minus D is equal to 1. Then this 6 getting cancelled. 4A minus 2D is equal to 1. Now I am going to multiply this equation by 2. So 6A minus 2D is equal to 2. Changing their signs, minus plus minus gone. So I get 4 minus 6 minus 2a. 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 1. Guys, if this answer is negative, you make sure you might have done some calculation error. Correct? So a is equal to plus half. So if I get the value of a, I can very easily find the value of d. So 3a is 3 into half is equal to 1 plus d. So this is 3 by 2 minus 1, that is d. So that is equal to half again. Right? So now the value of a and d are also clear to us. Right? So now I'm going to just substitute these values over here. So a is equal to half. So this is half. B is 2. C is 1. D is again half. And E is again 1. Now guys, I am going to multiply this by 2 because this 2 we need to remove it because this is not acceptable in fractions. So this equation becomes, so now I have multiplied them with 2, so I get 1, 4, 2, 1, 2. Now let's check. 1 3s are 3. So here we have 2 1s are 2 plus 1. So 3 lead on 3 lead on this side. Oxygen, it is 4 here, 4 1s are 4, plus 4 3s are 12. So oxygen are 16 over here. So here 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 oxygen over here, plus 1 2s are 2 oxygen over here, and 1 2s are 2 oxygen over here. So again 16, so oxygen is balanced. Now let's try to see hydrogen. So 4 1s are 4. Here again 2 2s are 4. So hydrogen is also balanced. And nitrogen, we have 1 into 4, that is 4. Here 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 1 is 4. So our equation is balanced. So hopefully guys, I have given you some practice over here, right? And you may try to balance the other difficult equations by using this method. Just keep confidence in you while solving and go a bit slow over here and see how you can sort out this one and select any variable which is appearing in majority of the equations, and you can select any number 1 2 3, it's up to you guys. So hopefully this lecture has cleared your vision about the chemical equations. Please do comment if you have liked my video, and thank you for watching the video guys.